All right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon. Depends on where you're at, what part of the country you're in. This is Kevin Harris. I'm in Atlanta, so it is good afternoon. So we're going to say good afternoon. And if you are in Houston, Texas, good afternoon. But to all my West Coast people, we will say good morning. So listen, we are coming off some amazing events. We had Philly, we got Philly kicked off on tour, and it's just been exciting to see all the new energy here at Tava. So Philly's in the house. I see people coming in. Then we kicked it off with Atlanta the following week, and then we went to Houston, Texas, where we got it kicked off. So we're gonna talk about that here in a little bit. But let's see who we have on here today. Make sure you're tagging your teams. Man, I tell you, it feels good to be back in this seat. Lachelle Pierre took over last week, and I believe she took over the week before. So thank you, Lachelle, for being there for me. And because I was preparing to get to Houston last week and I could not join. But listen, who do we have on here today? Rosa Ratcliffe. Rosa, I promise I will give you a call. I promise, promise, promise. Evelyn Johnson, hello. How are you? Shreveport, Louisiana. Robbie Wynn, hello. Jenny, what's going on, Jenny? Jenny, it was good to see you in Atlanta at the Atlanta event. Good to see you. I see you. All right, Joan Green, how are you? Shay Ortiz, I see you. B. Ramirez, I see you. Everybody's coming in. Marguerite Faison. Hey, if you all were on Marguerite's training a few Saturdays ago, man, did she forever bless Tava. So thank you, Marguerite. We appreciate you. Marcella Miner, thank you. Mikhail Santana, thank you so much. Daphne Jordan, thank you for coming in. BB, I see you. All right. Patricia Ryans, how are you? I see you. South Carolina is representing. I see you. I see you. All right. So, man, I'm getting a text message. Somebody, I was wondering why they called me twice, Lachelle. They saying they need to get in touch with me urgently. They got a big builder who's ready to join Tava. I wonder who that could be. I'm just reading the text messages off my phone. But listen, Crystal Williams, will I see you in South Carolina this weekend? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me text this person and tell them as soon as I get off Tava Speaks, I am going to call them. Hold on one second. See, we multitask while you all bring the guests in. Hold on. See, you guys are showing out in Tava. All right, who else do we have on here? Dory Ray. Dory's going to kill me. I started talking to Dory the other night, and I got a phone call and I had to get off. Dory, I'm gonna call you back today too. I promise. I promise. Tammy Clark, good to see you on here. Tammy Clark, Shelly Felton, I see you. All right, who else do we have on here? Yes, Crystal, I will see you in South Carolina. Ashlyn Shelton, the Shelton clan, good to see you guys. Great seeing you guys last week. I promise you guys, I am coming. I am coming to Baton Rouge, but here's the deal. I need some food, food, great food when I come to Baton Rouge. So I hear they do it big in Baton Rouge. Emma, what's going on, Emma? It was so good to see my friend Emma. Emma, I owe you a call. I owe everybody a call. Everybody. I'm so sorry. I had to get back in and get situated. Lachelle is running me ragged, I promise you guys, I'm going to get back to everybody today. All right, Hot Atlanta. But look, let's go ahead and get started. I know you guys are excited as I am. Look, it's an excitement here at Tava. I mean, just the pitching, was amazing. We celebrated there in Houston, Texas, with TK Walker, our brand new double diamond. So she also got her Porsche. So congratulations to her. And we had, other diamonds in the house. We had Ebony Henderson out of Florida. We had Tammy Faye. We had Nina Moore from Philly, which again will be in Philly. Mark your calendars for Philly on the 17th. We'll be back there. So it was just exciting to see everybody. Claymont Browning in the building. So all the diamonds were in the building. But look, we want to celebrate with each and every one of you all. This tour has been amazing. It's been amazing. But we've been doing it with social distancing. So if you're on here and you're saying, you know what, I don't want to attend an event, I'm afraid. Trust me, Dorothy Cook came with white gloves, a ski mask, and a shield and a mask under her mask. So we're practicing social distance, and I promise you guys, so did Sharita Leon, and so did we. Yeah, of course, we took pictures, but I promise you guys, the masks were off, back on, off, back on. So we're definitely practicing social distancing. So, but listen, we have some exciting guests on here. Always on Tava Speaks. I don't know what that other show does, but on Tava Speaks, we have exciting guests all the time. Even when I'm not on, we have exciting guests on Tava Speaks. So, but listen, we have two here today. I had an opportunity to, meet Debra Randolph. I don't know if it was last week, man. My cities are running together. You know what? We met at Tava After Dark. We met at Tava After Dark, which has been very successful, by the way. So we got to give it up to Country Financial for sponsoring our Tava After Dark events on the tours that we've been doing. And I met this young lady, and she's out of Memphis. Somebody say Memphis, 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 Tennessee. And so they're doing an event in Memphis. See, I'm kidding, and I'm starting to say it like I shouldn't say it, okay? But down in Memphis, and I'm really excited about, Debra, because, she told me she was going to pack the room out. But Debra, I can't come that day. It's my anniversary. And I'm having to sneak out to go to another city the day after. So my wife, Yolanda, gave me a pass, but I promise I'm going to come back to Memphis. So who we're going to bring up first is none other than Debra Randolph. How are you, Debra?
I am great. Very excited. Thank you for allowing me to be here today.
What? Allowing? Man,
Yes.
look, we are glad to have you on here. So it is an honor to have you on here because, I'm hearing all these great things about you. And in fact, let everybody know where you're at right now and what you're doing.
Okay, that's very good. That's a very good place to start, Mr.
That's right.
Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm actually physically here at the Holiday Inn, across from the University of Memphis, and I just finalized everything for the ballroom. So again, we are planning on filling it up. And for the people that are in Memphis and the surrounding areas, we are inviting everybody to come and to bring someone. So we are just very excited.
Yeah. Well, I heard something, Miss Deborah, that it was an event that sold out that's taking place this weekend. So you think you're going to be able to sell out there in Memphis?
I believe we're going to pull it off. I'm just hoping that you all are ready for Memphis. This is Memphis, okay? Memphis, Tennessee. So I'm hoping that you all are ready because I already got something going on with our diamond, Mr. Tony Fleming. So, when he gets here and he see what's going on, he probably going to be walking to Alabama.
Well, Tony and I are both from Alabama, and I did leave off Tony from being in Houston. I'm sorry, Tony Fleming, but Tony and I are both from Alabama. But that's just how we do it in Alabama. So I have nothing bad to say about Tony Fleming because I know he's going to bring down the house.
Yes, yes.
But listen, I always say it's a pleasure to meet everybody, and what it really is because, Miss Deborah, just to get out, because I'm a distributor at heart, but just to get out and see all the people and to hug the people, to touch the people, and just hear all the stories. And we met at Tava After Dark, and Lisa Horsley was like, Kevin, you have to meet this lady. You have to meet this lady. And Kevin, you have to come to Memphis. And we had a conversation, and I want you to tell everybody why you're so excited about Tava. But before we even do that, what do you do for a living there in Memphis? What's your calling there in Memphis?
My calling is being a nurse. I've worked in the in the healthcare industry for 30 years. And Mr. Harris, I have worked 2 jobs as a nurse for a very long time. I've raised 5 children. They're all grown, doing well, and it's I'm very passionate about nursing. So that kind of with this health and wellness here, it kind of all connects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, first off, 5 kids, that's
Hmm.
a lot, and they're all doing well. Everybody can't say that. So that is a blessing within itself. So congratulations. I'm going to tell you what it says to me and speak to me. That tells me that you are a great mother. That's really what that says. So, so kudos and hats off to you for raising, 5 wonderful children. Okay.
Thank
Who's
you.
your favorite? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who's your favorite? Because they're not watching. Who's your favorite child?
My favorite child,
Yes, ma'am.
all 5 of them. They're all unique individually. So
All
yes.
right. Well, good,
Hmm.
good. Well, listen, so, you're in healthcare. And,
Yes.
when you have healthcare professionals, you guys are very conscious about your health. And I'm sure you've seen a lot, despite, what we have going on in society today. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't have to say the word. And, but before we even get into that, I want to say thank you for serving there in Memphis. And I'm sure it's tough to watch. But, tell everyone, what do you see? How are you combining Tava into your everyday life right now? What just made you say yes, and what product made you say yes to Tava or
Okay.
product?
I get a little transparent when I talk about what Tava has done for me, especially with me working in the healthcare field. You would have thought that I would have been more in tune with what was going on with my health, but I have experienced a lot of health issues. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm a vitamin D deficiency person. I'm rheumatoid arthritis. I would say for the past 2 years before I started using Tava, and I've only been using it for 27 days. Um, for the past 2 years, I had to take 2 Aleve every day. Every morning, I would have to get in hot water just to get moving. Because, all these years of working as a nurse and working 2 jobs, working 15, 16 hours a day, it puts wear and tear on anybody. And for me, I would have mornings that I actually could not. I get so transparent, so please forgive me.
Sure,
But
go
I would,
ahead.
okay, well, I would have mornings that, at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, I wake up, I'm trying to move. I can't. It takes a while to get to the tub, and I would have to sit in just sit in the hot water just to get going. And then after I move about for a while, maybe about 6 o'clock, I'm kind of okay a little bit, but still not able to quite really put my socks on some days. Some days I had to have one of my daughters to help me, or I had to wait till I get to a patient's house sometime. I mean, I've been through some issues with pain that's, I mean, I guess you would have to go through that to understand. So I know there's somebody that, probably have health issues where they have to deal with pain. Sometimes I couldn't hardly walk. I mean, I even have a handicap sticker on my car, but I'm better now. But what happened to me was when I started using Tava, I would say maybe in about 3 days, Mr. Harris, when I tell you, and I don't know if you're gonna believe this, but I've not had any more issues with pain. I've not had another day of hurting anymore. And I recall just, when I wake up and I would pray, and I would just sometime pray and be like, Lord, if it's my time, I'm okay. I'm all right. I mean, that's how bad the pain was for me. So when I started the detox
Hmm.
and the vitamin and the flare, I wake up in the morning. I don't push the snooze button. I'm awake. I sit right up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hurt at all. In because I'm in healthcare, I get exposure to a lot of people.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
when I see somebody look like they are in pain, or if they just look like they need a little something, the first thing I say, do you detox?
Wow.
And
Wow.
and that's how I start having conversations with people, because I am convinced that those products got the inflammation out of me.
Yes.
I know that inflammation, well, not inflammation, but toxins are building in our system every day from things that we eat and the environment. We all are exposed to it. So it really doesn't matter how healthy you may feel that you are. Some things don't show up, until later on down the road. But a lot of times when we're having health issues, I'm convinced it's related to inflammation, if you're
Right.
anybody like me. So the products are real, they're good. Kudos to the owners, Mr. Floyd, Mrs. Floyd. I'm telling you, this stuff here is magic. I mean, it's magic. And I tell everybody everywhere I go, hey, this is Tava. This is more than a lifestyle. They say lifestyle, but this is also about health and wellness. I have lost 16 pounds.
Woo!
I mean, and it's steady. My appetite has changed. My skin looks good,
Yes. But you
So
know
I
what?
am very excited.
You know what? I see that. That's why I just let you go, because I said I'm just gonna let her roll with it. But it is so good. What I got out of this, and I hope everybody else caught it. Your story. Your story about not having to, get out of the water, having that type of pain that you're having, and you start detoxing, you start taking the products. Yes, we hear that all the time, but here's what's so special. The way that you're sharing the products, you're not just ramming it down people's throat. It's just a lead in. You're sharing your testimonial with people. And now I understand, and you all should understand what she just said. She simply just asked a question: do you detox? Do you detox? Why are you in pain? A lot of pain, you're right, is caused by inflammation. Don't tell nobody. Last week I go to this little health food store, and we all know I know Lachelle, she's not on here, but if she's listening, she's gonna kill me, because she always tells me I'm so country. But I went and got a foot bath, and I do it like maybe every 2 months. I'm talking about, Miss Debra, a foot bath where they remove the toxins and stuff out. And a lot of people don't believe in that, but I do. Okay. And the reason why, the lady tells me, it's this little shop I go to. She's like, Kevin, you got inflammation. You gotta, start eating healthy. But this time I went and, I cut out meat. Okay. I cut out meat, and, I'm lying. I cut out beef. Okay. I cut out beef. Okay. So, but, that is so true what you just said. So, it's just the small things that, that help you. So somebody just say, what is a foot bath? That has to be Lachelle. So Miss Debra, we'll tell her what a foot bath is later, because you know what it is, don't you?
Yes.
So we'll tell everybody what a foot bath is later. So somebody say they love foot baths. Okay. So, but listen, you right there in Memphis, and, Lisa Horsley, so, you're going for director, but I want you, even though you just said it, but I want you to elaborate on how you're sharing the products. Just give a scenario. Give a scenario of, this past week, of how you shared the product and how you've gotten somebody on one product or one of our packs.
Well, I met a young lady 2 days ago, and I saw her coming out of the grocery store, and she was walking like I used to walk. And as she got in her car, and I said, ma'am, excuse me, I am a healthcare worker, and I hope that you're not offended, but it looks like you're hurting. Are you okay? And she said, honey, she said 3 months ago I had COVID, and I was in the hospital for a whole month. I was on a ventilator, and now they're telling me that I have neuropathy. I say, well, I understand. I always say I understand. I told her, though, I said, but you know what? I had issues with pain and all of that. However, I gotten involved with this company, and I am an independent distributor, and I would like to just give you some samples, and you and I can talk about it later. And I want you to tell me, when we talk, did you feel a difference? Did your pain improve? Because I know that our products, they don't, claim any medical miracles or anything like that. But a lot of times, again, issues can be related, are most likely related to inflammation. And of course, she could very well have neuropathy, but I'm going to be talking back with her in a couple of days and just follow up. But that's just one scenario. But Mr. Harris, I go to people and I say, look, there's this company. It's called Tava Lifestyle. And I can tell you what it did for me. And you better come on. I mean, that I pretty much kind of talk like that really to most folks. And, I'm like, timing is everything, and it just works because it's real. So transparency.
You know what? You're convicted. That's what you are. You're convicted in belief. And, a lot of people walk around and they try to sell the opportunity, but that's called convicted, Miss Debra. You're convicted in the belief of the products. You're convicted with the belief of the company. And so you got to be convicted. And that's truly what you are. I see it. and I saw it the other night, a couple of weeks ago when you were here in Atlanta. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen, in Memphis. I wish I could be there, but, I told them to go ahead and take Memphis the first time, but the second go round, I promise I'm going to put it on the calendar and I'm going to be there. So, but look, before, I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to say, normally people, I get to ask the questions. I want you to ask me a question, but you only get one. You only get one question. And I'm gonna let you think about it. So what's a question you would like to, ask me while we're on here, Miss Debra?
Now, to me, Mr. Harris, now that's just really putting somebody on the spot. But I tell you what.
That's why I said one.
Okay, Mr. Harris, how did you get started with Tava and to the rank that you are at?
Well, that's a little different. So, but I will answer that question. My wife and I, we've been in direct sales for 16 years, and we were part of some great companies. And I watched Mr. Lloyd and Shantae for several years. A few years ago, I went on the corporate side for another company, which was $1 billion company. I was their vice president international field development. And once that assignment was up, I got a call saying that Mr. Lloyd was about to start a company and wanted to know if I would help out. So I started helping out. One thing led to another. He saw something different that I didn't see, and the rest is history.
I think that's a fair question. But when I see you, Mr. Harris, I'm going to ask you another question.
No, I know. That's why I said one. So one. So if anybody put in the chat like what products are coming out, all that, I cannot answer those questions. Okay. So, but no, that's a fair question. But before we let you go, Miss Debra, what tip would you give someone? You're brand new to network marketing, and what's a tip that you would want to share with the people that are on here today that are just getting started?
I would say be consistent. Be consistent. That's the thing, consistency. Our team is probably maybe over 35 people. We have leaders. We got good leadership. Miss Lisa, she just took me under her wings. I mean, I talk to her almost every day, several times a day sometimes. I mean, she's so accessible. And then I have Kim. I mean, they're just it's the team. It's the leadership and it's the consistency. They have been very consistent with me from day one. Mr. Fleming, I mean, that mindset. I walk around telling people it's your mindset. I'm telling you, y'all, it's your mindset. I mean, so I'm just picking up, absorbing everything that I can get from everybody. But I would say consistency.
Good. You're absolutely right. So, but listen, thank you so much for coming on here today. And, I see you, making it happen there in Memphis, getting the room ready. And so how many you have room for there in Memphis?
Well, I'm just kind of still waiting to hear from everybody that's planning on coming. So far, I think we have 2 rooms reserved, but we can have up to 6 rooms reserved. So if there's some other people want to come, they can just get with Lisa, get with Kim.
So let
me know.
I think y'all gonna pack it out with 150 to 200. That's what I'm believing for. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Debra. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. All right. So you all heard from Miss Debra out of Memphis, Tennessee. Man, cannot wait, to see what happens down there in Memphis. But we don't have to wait. You all heard it. 35 plus people on the team is already happening. And it's about, being consistent, but, doing an event and doing events consistently. It doesn't have to be a big event where you have to go lease out a space right now. You can start doing small home, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donut social distancing, meeting 2 or 3 people at a time. So, so right now, but again, make sure that you're, being safe and practicing social distancing. So I'm gonna say it one more time. You can go to Starbucks, you can go to Dunkin' Donut, meet 2 or 3 people at those places, buy them a cup of coffee and present the information. Take the products with you. That's how you start to build. You don't, again, I know you all see these tours going on in major cities and small cities, or just cities. Okay, we won't call anybody city small. And but You got to start somewhere. So that's really what it's about. So thank you so much, Miss Debra. And so Memphis, we know is going to be really exciting. Also, this weekend on Sunday, Columbia, South Carolina, we have none other than Mr. Vendell and Lenora Williams down there in Columbia, South Carolina. Also, Jeff and Janella Simpson will be in the house as well. Y'all just met my wife. She came through the background. I hope y'all see her. Tell them, hey, baby. Okay. So, but picking up packages from the door, that's what she does best. I believe packages show up here at the house every single day, all day. Okay. So, but yeah, we have put that back up there for me. Columbia, South Carolina. Man, it's already sold out. It's sold out. I saw banners on social media today. It's sold out. I'm sorry. So, we don't have an overflow section. Y'all know what the overflow section is in the old church. You got to go up when you walk in the back of the church and you go upstairs. It's an overflow section. I used to like to sit in the overflow section, Lachelle. So, but no, it's sold out, and we do not have an overflow section. Okay. So we're going to have a great time down there. I cannot wait because we're going to change lives there. People are driving in, people are flying in. People are excited about the Tava products. They're really excited. They see and hear the stories like Miss Debra. And that's what makes this so much fun. Okay. So, but the next person I want to bring up, that's right, old school Baptist. Okay. So the next person I want to bring up here, the next person I want to bring up here is someone that I've known for a long, long, long time. And I don't know why that this one time always resonated with me with this gentleman. We were out, I think Arizona. We were in Arizona, and we had dinner out there. I think I was consulting for a company during the time. And, this gentleman and I, we've been connected at the hip for a very long time. And that's none other than my good friend, Mr. Keith Williams. How are you, Keith?
I'm fantastic. Can you hear me all right?
Man, I'm good, man. We can hear you. We know you mad because you don't have your microphone, man.
To the side, man.
Man, show everybody your microphone real quick, man. That just tells you the professional.
Well, I had to cover it up, man. So,
you have to cover it up. Ooh, yeah. See, that's a professional there. He has a microphone. But Keith, man, it's good to see you, man. It's really, good to see you here at Tava, man. It really is. And you've been a part of the industry, man. How long you been in network marketing?
About that many years, man. Long time. You put enough longs in there for people to kind of get the point. But since I was 20, 21, I'm 44 now, so a while.
Okay, man. I thought you were older than me, man. But you know what? You are older than me, man. I just turned 43 back in January, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But look, man, we have known each other for a while, Keith, man, and I've watched you over the years, man, and I have questions for you. I do. I have a ton of questions for you, man. You were with another company, and you and I, we kept talking. You kept talking to Nina Moore. We were just talking. And what made you just say, you know what, I'm going over there? I think everybody needs to hear, what did you see to just say, you know what, it's time?
Well, we talked 18 months ago, maybe.
Yep.
Like you said, me and you go way back. We shared the stage together. We've done things together and ended up in some of the same places together. But 18 months ago, I really didn't look at it. I'll be honest with you. I was comparing Tava to other companies, and it just, it wasn't appealing. I was like, I know other people doing those type of deals, and that just wasn't the direction I was heading in at the time. And I was going more into traditional business, right? And that's where I was. So I really wasn't focused at the time. But when you approach me later, I have been looking. We networking, so we're gonna look. And I have been watching, and it really was the direction the company was heading. I think the timing was right. Not that 18 months ago, the timing was good too. But just right now to see the company, in its infancy stages, in the formulation stages, and then I see you moving into the concentration stages, and I know it's next after concentration, right? And so, me and you had a conversation, and you was like, now is the time, and I see you absolutely right. And then, looking at Nina Moore, what she had done in the industry, and just our energy being a good fit for each other. And it was just time, man. It was just time. And I just had to go back, look at some other things. In the service-based industry, I've been very successful in that space. But just looking at the product-based industry and and what's trending. It's not really about what's trending, but what's created legacies in this industry. And I just believe, my health journey, Kev, I was pushing 300 something pounds, man, about 365, 370. So on my weight loss journey, I just wanted to maintain. And, I had a chance to try the products and amazing products, man. The coffee, I already went through like a bag and a half. I ain't had it that long.
I told you what was going to happen.
But I bought that coffee 2-3 cups a day, sometimes 2 packs in a cup. I got that from Nina, right? I said, let me try to double up on it. Now I'm stuck with the 2 packs. I said, man, my product order is about to go up every single month. Thanks, Nina. But man, I'm just excited about, where we are in a society, the awareness. People are living longer. They like me. I want to maintain. I want to stay healthy. I just became a grandfather. And I like the products. One of my favorite products, though, my favorite products is the flare. That energy after that cup of coffee is just amazing, and it's sustainable with no crash. And I said, we just got sticky products. And we're in a product-based society. And what I really love about Tava is the products are good, but the compensation plan. The fact that I wanted to be in a space where no matter what I did, I would get paid. And Tava puts you in a position to get paid for everything that you do, even ways that I'm figuring out there ain't even part of the conversation. I didn't say that live, but man.
Well, no, we can talk about it. We can talk about it before you even go there, Key. No secret, you've had a lot of success in the industry, and I've had success and failures, and sometimes we're just not a good fit, for most companies. But I want to go back to something you said. It's not about what's popular, right now, what's trending. And I want you to really expound on that. And you don't have to, say the word, because you and I have had conversations, and I'm not putting you on the spot. But oftentimes people want to do what's easy.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do what's easy, and they want to do what's trending. But, service-based businesses, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But products stand on a different merit. Okay. And because people have results from products, and, we've had conversation about that. And so I want you to just kind of speak on that. And, for anybody who's listening, and, what do you say to someone, that you're prospecting, that's saying, hey, service-based.
Service-based, there's some amazing service-based companies out there. And I'm like you, I've had some success in the service-based industry. I have some failures in the service-based industry. But I just, like we talked about, what's trending, what's popular. But when you look at companies that have been consistent, right? When you look at companies that had longevity in the industry, and you look at the product-based companies. I have companies right now that I'm no longer a part of. I still utilize the products, right? I just can't get off the products because there's an attachment. And when you get results, you look at longevity, you want something that's longevity. And a lot of times we get caught up in the compensation plan model. We get caught up in other people's success. But after a while, then you got to start looking long-term, right? And I just believe that Tava is a legacy play. And, we're looking for legacy. I know friends of mine who are grandchildren are now in their companies, 2-3 generations in. And that's what you want to look for, right? And so, and it's good. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with getting in there and getting that money and catching that bag real quick and riding that wave. But when you look at longevity, I want to see, if my son, this is something that he's going to be able to do. Is it in the process, right? A lot of companies now are not allowing new people to go through the process. And that's one thing that I realized when I was coming up in the industry, that the first company I was with that company for about 8.5, 9 years. And I didn't have immediate success in that company. And that company's still around today, right?
Yeah.
It's a legacy company. But what I realized was because of the longevity in that company, because of the extensive leadership, and people had time to grow in that company, it allowed me to mature, right? And I didn't feel like these other companies, you start to feel rushed. And what happens is that person is not a seasoned networker, right? That person that doesn't understand this industry, they don't have time to develop that skill set, right?
Yeah.
And coming from that event in Houston that I had opportunity to be at, I saw some amazing leadership. I saw some amazing people that graced the stage, and I saw that this company has a platform to build for people to grow and go through the process of in the learning curve. Because it's not all about the compensation plan, it's not all about the product. A lot of times it's about the culture, man. And and the culture's here.
Yeah, a lot of people will come, Keith, and they say, they look at it when it's built, when it's all shiny and pretty, and there's a bunch of shiny, great companies, that are doing, billions of dollars and millions of dollars. but they are established companies. And one thing that we pride ourselves on here at Tava, because of the Lloyds, it's about what Debra said. You said the word. It's about being consistent. I get a phone call or phone calls every week saying, well, when are you guys going here? When are you guys going there? Well, my company, I got people in Africa. I got people here. That's great. But we hadn't even been in business 2 years. So when you look at those companies that have been in business for 20 years, 15 years, they knew the importance of not expanding quickly. You just said something, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work day in and day out for those companies to become legacy companies. Just overnight, you're not going to do $1 billion overnight. It doesn't happen like that. It happens with a foundation. So if the company's like that in your businesses, Keith, and I want you to speak to this, in your business, you have to stay consistent. And what I said at the top of the call, right now, it was so important for us as a company to get out and do events so people could see that the products are still working. They've always worked, but we were just quiet for a minute because of what was going on around the country, around the world with COVID. But now that we're out, people are seeing that our products are still working, and they're going to always work. We're going to continue to add products when it's time. We're going to continue to add countries when it's time. So if you're watching this and if you're not a part of Tava, you need to put yourself in position. And Keith, you and I have talked about that. That's how you build legacy income. You do the work first, let people see you doing the work, then they'll start coming. Is that right, Keith?
That's true. That's true. And one thing I'd like to add to that, Kevin, if you don't mind,
absolutely,
is being as industry as long as I have. When you look at different companies, there's some great companies out there, and we don't have to talk about the names of those companies. But one thing I see the difference between companies that stand the test of time and are legacy companies and companies that are not is a lot of companies can put things in place to attract leaders. There's nothing wrong with attracting leaders, but what makes a great company are those companies that allow a space and a platform to develop leaders, right? And so, and when you have everything rise and falls on leadership, like John C. Maxwell said, and I do believe that Tava is a place that provides a platform to develop leadership, and that's what creates longevity. Multiple leaders. It's not the products, and Tava has great products. It's not the compensation plan. It's the ability to develop leadership, right? And if you have layers and layers of leadership, then you have a company that can stand through anything, right? I've watched companies. I mean, I can't say the name of this company. Amway, for example, man, they've lost hundreds of thousands of distributors over the years, but they're still there, right? Yeah. They develop leadership.
Yeah. And their companies, that'll pop up. I look at businessforhome.org a lot. There's a lot of new companies. We're a new company as well. But then also, there are companies that are out there that have been around 15, 20 years that may be doing millions and billions of dollars. Company I just left, I won't say the name of it. Man, they were $1 billion company. I had never heard of it when I got the call to come work for them. But what it showed and what it taught me, first of all, it was preparing me for this. Okay, that's number one. And I didn't even realize that. And what it showed me was just because I didn't hear about it, I wanted to know, why didn't I hear about it? Why didn't I hear about it? And the reason why, I wasn't in tune. It's building blocks. They were just building it quietly. And it started with one product. It is $1 billion company, and now they're in several countries. So what I'm saying to you guys, you have to build it. It's exactly what Keith said. Our products are great, but you got to build the foundation for leadership. And that's really what it's about. And you all, leadership, I can get into what leadership is, but that's a whole nother course. It's happening here at Tava. People are starting to see it. And that's what makes this so exciting, for people to see what's happening here at Tava. But, Keith, you're getting launched tonight, man. And how exciting is that? I want you to talk about the process of launching a business versus joining a business.
Oh man, well, we know that that amateurs join a business, but leaders launch a business, right? And so definitely hat goes off man to Nina for just really working with me. And I do have a traditional business, right? So I do have financial. I do, like I said, with tax offices, and this is my tax season, right? And so that pressure's been applied, and so launching sooner than I would like to. But I understand the importance of launching. And this is not really an official launch, right? Tonight is just kind of a prelude, just to give people a sneak peek of who I'm working with, of the type of leadership that's in place. And then, over the next few days, allow them to, through the three-way calls and through the follow-ups, to line up for the pre-launch on Sunday, so we can launch in April. And so we're going to launch. If we're going to do it, I only know one way to do it, right? I looked at other ways. How can I transition? And it's, like Steve Harvey said, man, there's only one way to do it, and that's to jump. So if I'm gonna come over here, I'm not gonna play with it. We're gonna launch big, and then we're gonna create that duplication of launching with our organization. And we're gonna continue to launch, right? You never stop launching your business, right? And I learned that from Elon Musk, right? You always are launching. In Apple, they're always launching. And so the launch is important, man. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what's about to happen over the next few days.
Well, I'll be on there tonight, man. I'll be on 2 launch calls tonight, so I'm gonna have to speed up and jump on yours as well too. But man, I think Wendy Williams watching my show. Is this the Wendy Williams, man? I tell you, man, I know I got the #1 show in Tava, but Wendy Williams on here watching me, Key. Is that the real? That's the real Wendy Williams. Hey, Wendy, welcome. Glad to have you on the show. So, but no, man, man, I can't say enough about your leadership, man, and what you're doing. You're right there in the Dallas, Texas market, and we talked about doing an event there next month as well. Speaking of events, I also want you to speak on, you're seasoned, you've been in the industry. Why is it important? Talk to the new people. Why is it important to get to events? And just speak the wisdom on that, because I can say it, I understand it.
I mean, I always didn't, when I came to the industry, I didn't understand the importance of events when I first got into the industry. And then one thing that a leader said to me that was so profound, he said that everybody at the event isn't making $1 million, but everybody that's making $1 million is at the event, right? And so I had my preconceived notion of why I couldn't be there, every excuse in the world, right? And I was right? My excuses were, were good excuses, but excuse nonetheless. And he asked me, do you want to be right or do you want to be rich? And he said, never miss an event that you qualify for. And when I got to the event, I realized that's where the dream is sold, right? That's where people make the decisions. That's where people make an emotional decision. I mean, me and you, we've been knowing each other for years. You talked to me 18 months ago, and I knew anywhere you went, you were going to be successful, Kevin. And so I watched you over the years. I watched your development, and we came back and talked. I was like, man, I said, okay, the leadership is there, and that's what I look for in a company. Are the leaders there? Are they not only are they there, but are they being developed? Is the new leaders emerging in your company that weren't leaders before? Right, that's a sign that the company has true and consistent growth. Because when you see people that you've never seen in the industry become successful, and y'all have people in the industry that I've never seen that are becoming successful, and so going to that event, right? In Houston, really did it for me. That really said, okay, I need to go now, right? I wanted to wait till the season was over, but I couldn't. So I gotta, in that event for me, I was like, okay, it's time to go, right? If it's going to be a time, it's going to be a time. The time is now, because I saw the timing of the company. I said, man, Tava's ready, right? Yeah. So that's what the event did for me, man. That's the point of being a big event. You got to be.
Yeah. Man, you know what, man? You're right, man. And another thing this I want everybody to pay close attention to is March. Yeah, it's March Madness. That's a thing. But network marketing companies, in March is when, it starts to happen, is when it starts to develop, is when it starts to unfold, is when people are looking coming out of the holiday. They spend January and February recovering a little bit. But I tell you, man, our numbers are through the roof. And the reason why people like yourself and other people that are coming on board, because they see an opportunity. So Keith, how do you just, there's a little training that I want you to do. How do you just share with everyone, what is it that you should be saying to people? But before we go there, I got one more thing. I need to tab that question. Not only do you come to events yourself, why is it important to bring people with you to events? Don't come yourself, but why is it important to take people with you to events?
I mean, it's very important. I can sum that up in anybody that's been to an event by themselves, or if anybody's been to an event with one person or 10 people, you're always going to leave saying the same thing. I should have had more people there. Yep. I should have more people. And that sums that up. You never can have enough people at an event. You can never invite enough people. You always want to have somebody. I'll be in Philadelphia. I told Nina, wherever she at, I'm gonna be there, right? But I'll be in Philadelphia on the 17th And I got people that are coming, right? I'm looking for more people that are coming because I know it's a lot easier to sell the dream to a multitude at the same time than to come back and try to express it yourself, man, because you can't describe this taste of chocolate, man. You either know how it tastes or you don't, right?
Well, I know how chocolate tastes every day. But no, that's right, man. So, but not every day. That's probably that's not true. So, but no, man, you're right. And man, I tell you, Keith, man, I'm looking forward to watching you, hit some ranks. And it's not about hitting the ranks right now. It's about taking people with you,
Yes,
and that's really what you're doing. You've been enrolling, man, and we're excited to have you here, man. So, anything you want to leave us with here today? Any wisdom you want to share?
No, man, I really don't have nothing, man. I'm ready to work. Like Marshawn Lynch said, I'm about that action, boss.
You about that action. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, looking forward to Dallas, man. Speaking of Dallas, we're going to be at LaCour Laboratories there in May. So, man, you got to show out. I mean, we'll talk offline about what that rank, because I'm a realist. All you all who work with me, y'all know I'm a realist. Everybody can shout diamond, 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 double diamond, triple diamond. Yeah, you can shout it, but you got to do the baby step first. You got to do the baby step and baby steps. And I want to leave y'all with this, and Keith knows this too. The baby steps are really the first positions. Whoever, and y'all got to hear me good, whoever can get the most every single week and every single month, day in and day out, who can ever develop the most supervisors will win, because you only need 500 points for supervisor. 500 on one side and 500 on the other. That's doable. You can do that in 24 hours. So focus on the small things. Yeah, have your vision up there as executive and exec 2 and director 2. But if you focus on supervisors, I see Sinceria Coates on here. I know she's about to go executive director. We had a conversation the other night. Sinceria, hey, what do we talk about? Focus on 2 supervisors and it's done. Okay. It's just simple as that. So Keith, man, look, we can go all day, man. You can drop nuggets all day. I love what I do. I know you love what you do, man. And I want you to know, man, I am so grateful that you brought your gifts and talents here, to Tava, man, because you all, this young man here, yes, I'm older. I'm 49. I lied. He's 44, 43, 44. Okay. But man, DeMille, of course, is killing me, by the way, working out. But you man, so you guys can get a lot of knowledge and wisdom from this guy. You all are going to see him, train. You're going to see him speak. But guess what? He's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. Meaning he's ready, but he's learning Tava right now. So I'm super excited to have this young man on board with Tava, man. We appreciate you, man. Looking forward to the launch call tonight, man. We'll see you tonight. Okay.
Yes, sir, man. It's a pleasure.
All right. So listen. That is Tava Speaks here tonight. Y'all had an opportunity to see my lovely wife come in the background, pick up her packages. For all you all who have not met her, that is Miss Yolanda Harris. That's who holds it down for me. Big shout out to you, baby, for allowing me to do what I do. And that is to serve the people of Tava. And so I appreciate you and love you for allowing me to do that. So, but with that being said, we have more events that are coming up. We're finishing out this month in Columbia, South Carolina. We're planning or attempting to plan something on April 3rd, just a meeting here in Atlanta. That's going to be on a Saturday on April 3rd. But also what was just locked down on April the 11th. April the 11th, you will see none other than Joyce Lee, Executive Director 2. Joyce Lee in Tallahassee, Florida. I will be in Tallahassee, Florida. I don't know how I pull that off. My wife told me, she said, you can leave our anniversary on April 11th. We'll just celebrate Friday and Saturday, but you can leave on Sunday, but you better be back here Sunday night. So I'm gonna pull it off some kind of way, babe. So, but listen, so April 11th, then you'll see that banner go out. Then also we have the next weekend, we will be back in Philly. Man, listen, let me tell y'all why I'm ready to get to Philly. They got this place, and Lachelle gonna die laughing. They had this place called Kavanaugh's. Them some of the best wings that I've ever had in my life. Wings, okay? And look at Miss Debra like, yeah, right, okay, wait till you come to Memphis. But man, those wings, I cannot wait to get back there. That's where I want to go. Don't take me to go get no Philly cheesesteak. I don't want no Philly cheesesteak. I want some of those wings. Okay. I was in Houston last week. I'm from Houston, by the way, part-time. And the team was looking at me. I took them to a little gas station where we got some chicken from French's. Y'all know about French's. Y'all know about French's chicken in Houston, Texas. So big shout out to French's chicken in Houston, Texas from the gas station. Yes, it's good. Okay. Lachelle went last night. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. So, but listen, so we have a lot of fun. We play, we cry, but we also have fun, and we make sure that you all get paid. Not only get paid, we make sure that you all are getting healthy at the same time. No, Lisa Horsley, I'm sure they don't have foot baths in Houston. I mean, in Philly. Okay. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon in a city near you. And we're planning out May as well. So Baton Rouge is on the calendar for May. I'll see you guys soon. Talk to you later.